light 'em up in the ring, light 'em up, shoot, shine, do your thing, light 'em up in the ring, light 'em up, shoot, shine, do your thing, light 'em up, go dumb, go stupid, yeah, we undefeated, sucker free, we got the seats heated, hot, let's face it, you about to get a beat down, less talking, let's take it to the streets now, ain't gonna be no rematch, why you wanna fight, touchdown on sight, yeah, turn off the light, oh, turn off the light, let's get it poppin', go dumb. When you see me moving, bodies dropping. Move some. I'm about to go sick, call Earl. I'm turning up like E40, not your average girl. I'm turning up. We can rock like Rocky, make you tap it. Ghost ride the whip, look at my drip. This ain't a copy. We got a night if you wanna throw hands. When they see me fight, they wanna throw bands. Go dumb, go stupid, yeah, we undefeated. Sucker free, we got the seats heated. Light 'em up in the ring, light 'em up, shoot, shine, do your thing. Light 'em up in the ring, light 'em up, shoot, shine, do your thing. Light 'em up.
It's time for the main event. It's the Shoe Shot.
What up, what up? It's your boy Dave in the 702 and hiding with your boy Philly Irish Drew Evo. Drew, ¿qué pasa, homie?
What's up, Dave?
Chilling, man. I'll be covering my face for almost the entirety of the show, but the show must go on. Drew, good to have you. I'm gonna have you, Drew. I'm gonna be your co-host tonight. We're gonna do our NFL Week 15. 4 games to go. I'm excited for it. Everybody's playing, Drew. Everybody is playing.
In other words, Dave really is not taking responsibility for my outbursts tonight.
For your what?
For my outbursts tonight. My rant to everything. He is not going to take responsibility tonight.
Nah, I'm not. Shout out to everybody that's going to be joining us on the live tonight or in the replay. Let's have some fun. If you're watching us live, feel free to hit that like button. Make sure you're subscribed and share the show, man. We're going to make some exciting NFL 15 week picks. Drew, I actually finished watching, for the most part, I was listening to that 50 Cent's Diddy. That shit is hilarious. That Oscar De La Hoya did Clapback Thursday. And, I haven't even listened to it yet. I swear to God. I thought maybe we could start the show tonight by listening to the Oscar De La Hoya Clapback. But did you see what he was wearing? Speaking of Diddy and okay, where's that pic, man? And I'm doing my best here with one eye, guys. Where's that hilarious picture? Damn, it's hard to see, guys. Here we go. Is this it? Shout out to everybody joining us out there. Saludos de ese spider. I saw Diddy kissing Santa Claus. Maybe that'll be my pick for today. I'll leave that one up there. But before we get into our picks and we see more people here, I see 17 people. Shout out to everybody joining us. Don't be afraid to chat. I'm working with one eye. Do you want to do that, Drew? You want to listen a little bit to Oscar and react?
Why not?
All right. And then we'll get to our picks, man. Let's see here.
They're lying about them changing the Muhammad Ali Act. Because where the fuck are you finding top-level talent that nobody knows about?
Some people may not know them.
Are you creating AI fighters? You got Frankenstein signed to Zuffa? What the fuck are you talking about? But I guess we'll find out when your big January 23rd card is announced. And it better be the great...
Drew, you heard about that? January 23rd in Las Vegas. I guess the same date as a scheduled UFC event is the premiere of Zuffa Boxing on Paramount. I have no idea who's going to be on it. Have you heard anything?
I don't know shit.
Yeah, not to mention, if you're a hardcore boxing fan, you know that this whole past week and the week before, everybody's been up in arms about a couple things, the WBC, sanctioning bodies, and of course, changes to the Muhammad Ali Act that will affect boxing forever. So let's listen a little bit more to what he had to say.
Greatest fucking card I've ever seen in my entire career. Nick and Dana, beware. If you have mostly C or D level fighters in your league, it will completely devalue the ring belt and brand. Lots of pressure on you, my friends. Just try to lay off the fucking eggnog for the holiday seasons. I mean, hopefully fucking Santa brings you some goddamn Ozempic under your tree. So remember, kids, you're never a hater if you only speak the facts. If you wait to hear...
That wasn't much, huh? Do I have the whole... Is that the whole clip? I think there was more. Oh, wow. There's 4 minutes. I missed a lot of that. Let's start it from the beginning.
It's that time of the week again. Time for the only segment in boxing that gives you the facts and makes you laugh. It's Clapback Thursday.
Dana White's t-shirt announced the debut of Zuffa Boxing will be January 23rd, 2026. We have no idea who is fighting or where, but it's taking place on Friday night.
The undercard is stacked with guys that used to fight behind El Gordo's Tacos.
So it'll be the...
Judy, you ever heard of El Gordo Tacos? El Gordo Tacos is a Tijuana-based, it started in Tijuana. It's a taco shop. Moved to San Diego, and we've got a couple of locations here in Las Vegas. That's pretty funny, El Gordo Tacos. That's a Las Vegas joke, and a lot of people. By the way, I want you guys to take a look at that backdrop in Oscar's $15 million plus Henderson home. He actually lives, I guess, in the same community as Devin Haney. So when Devin Haney goes for a run in his neighborhood, he often runs by the house of Oscar. Shout out to that 702 Man Cave. What do you think of that sweater? Is that funny or what, Drew? Are you impressed by his house, Drew?
Yeah, somewhat.
All right, let's listen to a little bit more of what he has to say about Zuffa Boxing.
Red-headed stepchild to the UFC right off the bat. COO and president of TKO Mark Shapiro confirmed Zuffa Boxing is completely funded by Saudi Arabia, and TKO is taking zero financial risk. And their goal is to build a promotion with 200 fighters. Sound familiar? Look, I follow combat sports, but outside of John Jones, Conor McGregor, Ronda Rousey, or Khabib, I don't know who the fuck anybody is in the UFC.
Drew, how many fighters is that you expect to be per weight class if he's going to hire 200 guys under contract?
Well, it depends how many weight class you're going to have.
I guess he's going to go with the standard ones that are in regular boxing today already.
Not a lot. Like at most, let's just say if it's like, I don't even know. It's not that much if you divide them up.
Probably 10 to 15, right? Something like that. Maybe 15 to 20 per weight class.
I don't know. It's.
Yeah, I mean, I got one source, and I won't absolutely. I'm not going to reveal any details, but the one person that I have been told is going to be joining is he's a former world champion in boxing, and there's a lot of people like Lamont Roach, who just, and it's not Lamont Roach, guys, but Lamont Roach just recently fought. He's not promoted by PBC, Golden Boy. He's not promoted by Top Rank. I mean, there's a lot of fighters out there that are, and even at one point, your boy Boots Ennis was not technically signed to a major promoter until he got hooked up with Matchroom. He fought at PBC independently. There's a lot of fighters that might get picked up. I'll be interested in it, man. Shout out to Paul. We're going to do our picks in just a moment. By the way, Paul Martinez. Was Paul? Oh, damn. Somebody, where's my producer? Send me a text message. I think you won, Paul. If it wasn't you, it was Crypto Hippie NFT last week.
Who are these fucking guys?
Why don't those big names fight anymore? Because they outgrew the UFC model and demand more money than the pay scale offers.
Show me the money.
TKO will not allow anyone to become a star
I'm the one selling the records.
and grow to their full potential. There will be no development of Zuffa fighters because they will get thrown into the fire right off the bat. And
That's funny, Drew. It all makes sense why he's wearing that Puff Daddy sock. Puff Daddy was kissing Santa Claus. Because if you watch the documentary, Puff Daddy, I mean, he held the money. Like, he refused to pay his artists. He lied. He conned people that he conned that business partner out of his 25% stake in Bad Boy Records. I mean, he conned a lot of people, including at the very end. He made a producer work to do his album, the very last album before he got incarcerated. He made the guy work for him for a whole year, promised him $250,000 and then paid him. Well, he never even got it. He reduced it to $29,000 for working with Puff Daddy for the entire year around the clock. But anyway, I'm not saying that's what Dana White is going to do, but Dana White, he's publicly stated, Drew, that you're not going to get rich off the UFC. Your job is to become famous off the UFC and then get sponsorship and brand deals or branding deals outside of the sport, like Conor McGregor did buying that alcohol brand. What are your thoughts on that? How you think these guys are going to get paid a lot?
No, they're not going to get paid a lot. Like the scale is terrible. But let's look at it like this. The other boxing isn't really that much better. Like, I have to talk about this because this came up today. How in the hell is Brandon Figueroa, after losing, in my opinion and a lot of people's opinion, easily to Stephen Fulton, getting a title shot at Nick Ball?
Well, it's the same school of thought how Ryan Garcia is getting a title shot.
Yeah. How is Ryan Garcia coming off a one-sided loss to Rolly Romero getting a title shot for the WBC title and being reinstated for testing for popping dirty? There's another thing.
Yeah.
I'm watching the press conference for Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo. By the way, it was fucking terrible.
I didn't see it was today.
I think it was yesterday,
Oh,
but I think it was just about. I watched the replay. Teofimo say Terrence Crawford is not undisputed because he refused to pay his sanctioning fee. Here's my question to Teofimo. You said you're undisputed, right? How are you undisputed? You never won the legitimate WBC lightweight title. You won a franchise version of that title. So technically, you're not undisputed. You're going
to confuse all the people here for football. Yeah, the franchise title. Does that even exist?
The main people, the person that had the main title at the time was Devin Haney. So the only reason why they're talking about undisputed because ESPN, he signed the top rank. He was take the so-called takeover, but before he became the bend over. And
whoa.
They wanted to put that little narrative that he was undisputed. But people was like, he's not undisputed. He won a franchise belt.
Franchise belt. That belt doesn't exist anymore, does it?
It doesn't exist anymore because it was to benefit Canelo at the end. But, Loma got a belt because he was taking a more dangerous fight in Teofimo than Devin Haney at the time. But I'm going to look at it like this. I saw a tweet. It was from a Teofimo fanboy, probably the main one, at least the coalition and everything.
Excuse me. That shit's funny.
And I gotta say something to this dude because this dude never he's never 100 shit. All he does is because I interviewed the motherfucker all the time. He gives me interviews all the time. Well, here's the thing, man. If you want to say what you want to say all the time and telling bullshit lies and narratives, why don't you just do us all a favor and just get on your fucking knees in front of everybody, suck Teofimo's dick?
You were serious about it. You were going to go raw tonight, 100% unfiltered.
I'm dead fucking serious, Dave. I'm going to say this right now. You went from fucking faking a car accident, or you being in a car accident, just to get fucking money sent to you from your viewers and everything, and to get more subs on your channel, to sucking Teofimo's dick hard.
Oh my God. Drew starting a YouTube war. Another YouTube war.
I won't be surprised if Teofimo Sr. is Diddy and he's the fucking Fonzworth Bentley.
face extremely tough opponents. So if you lose, you're done. There's no building a champion or a career. And how in the fuck is Dana going to manage 200 boxers along with the 200 UFC fighters? At Golden Boy, we have about 35 fighters currently, and we expect every single one to become a world champion. Quality over quantity. We know the formula. I've done it for 25 years. Bob Arum has done it successfully for almost 50 years. Boxing had been thriving for 100 years, but TKO board member Nick...
Oh, my bad. Well, I guess we got the gist. Oscar's wearing his lovely Diddy was kissing Santa Claus, and he's not too happy about the competition. Let me cover myself, guys. I'm sorry. I told my wife I wouldn't show myself. This is what it looks like today, and this patch is driving me nuts. It's driving me nuts right now. So what are you guys' thoughts? Those of you that watch the are keeping up with the boxing drama, what are your thoughts? Do you agree with Oscar De La Hoya? Have you watched the Diddy? Did you? I got a lot of time on my hand with this eye surgery, man. Watch that Diddy thing. Shout out to 50 Cent for that, man. That was a good documentary.
Yeah.
Well, Drew, I thought I'd let you take charge, man. NFL Week 15. Everybody's playing this weekend. Where you guys can follow along on DraftKings.com. And oh shoot, this is a close game. I'm so sorry. I totally forgot to set up my.
Is anybody taking notes of the picks?
Yeah, I'm not. My producer may, Drew, and I can always go back though. Please put your picks in. We're gonna get them written down anyhow, whether it's now or after the fact. But I totally forgot the Buccaneers needed to win this game, and it's 28-26. Let me get a live.
28-26.
Is it over?
2 minutes and 28 seconds. Here's the thing: the Buccaneers need to win this game to keep pace, to keep the lead in the NFC South. The Carolina Panthers are behind them, and let's make another. If you look at it right now, if you were to make a bet on this game, 28-26 plus 700 goes to the Atlanta Falcons. If you want to bet the plus 700, or you want to take the plus 700 with the plus 1.5. Now it goes down to the 16, the 600. Now it's the plus 390. The odds are changing fast on this game. But let's look. Let me see. Let me see. I want to go to the Panthers schedule. Panthers.
Yeah, I would say they were in trouble. If Buccaneers lost today, they was going to be in real serious trouble.
Okay, okay, I see. So the Panthers are playing the Saints in New Orleans this week. And then they're going to and then they got Seattle at home next week. And the Panthers will play.
And the Panthers just beat the Rams, shocked the world, and beat the Rams 2 weeks ago. It's entirely conceivable. I'm banking on the Panthers beating the Seattle Seahawks.
Okay, so here's the thing: the next game will be today. This week's game is going to be the Panthers versus New Orleans. I expect the Panthers to win that one. Then next week, the Tampa Bay goes to the Panthers at 1:00. I will pick the Panthers to beat Tampa at that game. And then next week, it'll be Seattle versus the Panthers. That's a toss-up. And then possibly for the division will be it'll be the Panthers at Tampa for the division.
Damn, what's that, week 18?
Yeah, and then we can let's look at Tampa's schedule. What the fuck?
And because they're the weakest division in the NFC, the loser doesn't get a wild card spot. You're not going to get a wild card spot.
The loser's out. The loser is fucking out. So they're playing Falcons now. Buccaneers go to Carolina next week. That's a loss. They go to the Dolphins. I will think they will win. Or you know what? I might pick Miami to win that game, and then for the division, it'll probably be for the division right here. I don't know. We got it's the division might be the last week of the season up for grabs. And I do not understand Washington, my man.
He says, shout out to Zaza, says parlay 49ers and Dallas. Well, it's very interesting. The NFC, it could come down. There's even a path for my San Francisco 49ers to become the first place seed at the very last game if everything lines up. This weekend, Drew, I'm telling you right now, I like the Lions game versus the Rams. The Lions have a lot of injured players. You're talking about two teams where the quarterback used to play, he used to play for the Rams. There's a lot at stake here. This could be a high-scoring game, and I would not put it past the Lions, as beat up and as injured as they are, to be able to pull off a win against the Rams, considering the fact the Rams lost to the Panthers just 2 weeks ago.
I look at it like this. I think that was I consider that a trap game for the Rams. Bad weather. It was like bad rain and everything down there. I think the Panthers were. It was a trap game. I consider that a trap game for the Panthers, for the Rams, and everything. Like we look at it like this. Like we can't wait. I picked Tampa today. I had Tampa in the night parlay, so I picked Tampa. And like the second game is Cleveland. Let's go to the second. I'm gonna look at my site. So on my thing, Cleveland Browns at the Bears. Cleveland's getting 7.5. The money line with Cleveland is 340. Minus 440 if you bet the Bears. If you take the minus 7.5 with the Bears, it's minus 112. Let's see. The over-under is 38.5. I'm picking the Bears. I'm going to pick the Bears in this game. I just don't think. I think that the Bears are going to have to win to keep pace with Green Bay and everything. This is the perfect time to take the lead back and everything. So I'm picking the Bears to beat Cleveland.
So let's talk a little bit about Shador. He had his best game as a starting quarterback. Over 3 touchdowns, I believe. Did he rush for one too? 3 passing touchdowns. Did he rush? And then he had the whole thong guy. The whole thong gate episode in the same game. People are still wondering. Even his brother Shiloh was roasting him, wondering if he was wearing a thong last week. He played a great game, Drew. But somehow the worst team, one of the worst teams, the Titans, and now they're not the worst team. I believe they screwed themselves out of that first round draft pick. But the Titans were able to get over on them, even though Shador had his best game of the season. Can he put up those numbers, and can Cleveland come out with that defense that everybody told me? Oh, everybody told the 49er fans, watch out, Cleveland defense. Because they didn't play it. Their defense wasn't able to stop the Titans.
I look at they could have stopped the one. Like Cam Ward only passed for 112 yards. So most of the attack came from the running game. But I'm going to go with the Bears. The Bears got the best rushing offense in the league. And it looks like the Bears could rush for over 200 yards on the Browns in this game. Wind chill possibly under minus 20 and everything. Perfect time to run the ball.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to pick the Bears too, Drew. And because the Bears did lose last week, the 49ers jumped up to the 6th seed, which I'm deeply appreciative of that. Yeah, I'm going with the Bears. All right, okay. What else? Who do we got next on tap?
Let me just I'll go to the list on the list you gave me. Okay. Baltimore, Cincinnati. Here's the thing. Baltimore has lost to Pittsburgh at home. They got blown out by Cincinnati at home. The return of Joe Burrow and everything. So here's the thing. Cincinnati is a home underdog, a slight home underdog. The plus 142, they're being given 2.5 points and everything. I'm going to take the money line with the Cincinnati Bengals. Plus, I take the run 24 with the Cincinnati Bengals. Their pass defense is terrible, Baltimore still. Lamar Jackson has not really been good.
He hasn't.
He hasn't. Like, he hasn't done. He was not able to pass over 200 yards against the last ranked pass defense in the league last week with Pittsburgh. And like their offense has been non-existent really lately. The over/under is 51.5. I'm gonna take Cincinnati with the money line. I think that's the best case scenario to do in this. I'm gonna take the Bengals.
Yeah, Drew, the 49ers at the trade deadline were targeting Trey Hendrickson, fantastic defensive end, pass rusher. And he's badly injured. So the 49ers dodged a serious bullet. All the fans wanted him, and he's not a factor anymore. He could join Nick Bosa for the 49ers and Fred Warner as being out for the season. We dodged a bullet trading for him and spending a lot of money on him. I agree with you, man. The Ravens have been playing like ass ever since he came back, even though they're favorite. Man, that's the Bengals are the underdog.
I look at the next game. You got the Chiefs and
let me just say I'm gonna go with the Ravens. I think he's got to play better than he has. He's probably gonna come out and play good. I'm gonna be in favor of the Ravens. Anybody got the Ravens? Fonzie got the Bengals. All right, we disagree on that one, Drew. As much as I was bashing him, Lamar Jackson. Who do you got next?
LA Chargers at the Kansas City Chiefs. Chargers are a slight underdog in this. Plus 95.
What?
It's do or die with the Chiefs. It's done 6-7. In order for them to at least, here's the thing: 9-8 is not going to get you in the playoffs in the AFC.
Hell no.
I don't think 9-8 is going to get you in the playoffs. I really think this is do or die for the Chiefs. The division's out the window, but I think the only way is for them to have at least a chance to make the playoffs, because they're going to need some help still. They're going to have to win out. And the Chargers, I believe, already beaten them.
Yeah. Yeah, they're crazy. This is an easy underdog pick. The LA Chargers are coming fresh off of victory. And I watched the Chiefs game, and shout out to Fonzie, man. We watched that Chiefs game last week right here in Las Vegas. They played like ass. I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna go with the Chiefs on this because Justin Herbert does not play well. Never has played well at Arrowhead. Oh, okay.
And that's the one thing. That's the one thing I do not trust. Justin Herbert playing in Arrowhead.
Really? So that's why all these DraftKings got the odds that way. Well, let me say this about Justin Herbert, Drew. There was a lot of controversy this past week because immediately after that victory, the media, the reporter, the female reporters, the ones that are obliged to speak to him on network TV, primetime TV, he didn't want to talk to her. He was very dismissive, and all these reporters came out talking shit on Justin Herbert, saying he was rude, that was rude. You know the assignment. You know that you're supposed to give an interview as the game-winning quarterback. What'd you think about that, man? Is that rude?
It kind of was. You obligated to talk to the media, so he probably should get fined for it.
You know what else he did? There was a kid that wanted an autograph, and he was wearing an opposing team. I think he was wearing a Philly Eagles jersey, this little kid. And I think Justin Herbert flipped him off or told him something like, he either flipped him off or he told him, not with that. Kid asked for an autograph, and he said, not with that fucking jersey. That was caught on tape, too. I wish I had that. Rude or not, Fonzie, does it even matter? Justin Herbert. I'm going with the Chargers, though. I'm going with the underdog. Is Taylor Swift going to be in the building? I don't know if that would even help her.
But here's the thing. the next game. I believe this is for the division. Because if this team does not beat them this game, I think the division's a lock. The Buffalo Bills at the New England Patriots. And I'll tell you this right now, the New England Patriots went to Buffalo early in the season and beat the Buffalo Bills.
What's the weather? You told me you're going to get a massive snowstorm in Philly this week.
Yeah. No, we're only going to get like 2 to 4 if we get that. It's 85% chance. It changed all y'all to something else. I wouldn't be surprised if it changes again and we probably don't get shit. It's been like that. I don't give a fuck. I make money either way if I get on there or not. But here's the thing. I'm going to tell you this right now. I said before this season started, the Patriots going to win at least 10 games this year. That defense was good. And I came and I was correct about that. They're 11-win team so far. Now, here's the thing. The Patriots are a slight home underdog at plus 100 because the division is potentially on the line in this game. Buffalo don't win this game, then they have no chance to win this division. Being swept by New England, you think you have a chance to win this division? No. And there'll be at least 3 or 4 games up on you. So, no, you're not going to catch it. I'm going to go with the New England Patriots to clinch the AFC East this year.
They're playing at Foxborough, and it's going to be 20 degrees or so with wind chills dropping into the teens. Scattered snow showers are likely with a chance for accumulating snow depending on the storm's track. So, Drew, I guess it's going to be snowing all the way from Philly up to the Boston area. By the way, go ahead, Drew.
I'm going to take the plus 100.
The plus 100. Shout out to SB. Great to see you. We haven't seen you in a while. I appreciate you being here tonight. 702 Man Cave has just let us know the unthinkable. The Atlanta Falcons won tonight's Thursday night football game. I totally forgot to even put that Thursday night football game. Drew, that is a huge implication for the NFC South. Now the Buccaneers are no longer.
My fucking parlay is dead already.
Oh my God. What does that mean for the NFC standings? Let me update this.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
You lost a parlay?
I lost the fucking parlay on fucking Tampa Bay again.
Wait a minute. Somebody clarify this. I'm looking at it right now. They're both 7-6.
They're 7-7 now.
Oh, they haven't updated it? Buccaneers are 7-7, right?
They'll be 7-7 now.
Damn, they have not updated it.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Panthers are in first place?
Oh, yes, they are.
Oh, no. Panthers are 7-6. It was the Falcons that beat them. The Falcons improved to 5-9. Do the Panthers jump into the first place?
Yep. Fucking Christ.
It's going to be an exciting for NFC South, man. It's going to be exciting for them. All right, Paul says the Patriots, going back to that game. Let's see here. Man, it's their house. I got the Patriots too, Drew. They're the underdog.
Win.
But you know what? Donald Trump says he's thinking about ending gambling taxes, even though right now, the way it stands, if you guys are gamblers, you know that they changed the taxes where you're going to actually owe money, even if you didn't win any money. So, but don't worry, Drew. They're saying Donald Trump, that they're talking to Trump about ending gambling taxes. Can you imagine? I'll be at the casino every day trying to be a winner. Shout out to everybody out there. We're doing NFL Week 15 picks. It's me, Dave, in the 702. I just had eye surgery today, guys. I took off this stupid eye patch. I can't deal with it. I'm just trying not to look at this computer screen, as I was told. Don't look at the computer screen for 48 to 72 hours. Drew, what's the next game on tap?
The Commanders at the Giants. I'm going to say this right now. Let's say this right now. What could go wrong what could have went wrong for the Commanders this season before we started this year?
Well, I mean, New York has had New York has had trouble too. Scatabo, and all this shit.
Scatabo,
Scatubu,
but
Scooby
here's the
Doo.
thing, Dave. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
The Commanders were supposed to compete with the Eagles for the division, but supposed to be one of the elites of the NFC.
Yeah, but then Jaden Daniels broke his skinny ass arm.
Yeah, and here's the thing. I was the one that said, Otis team, Otis defense, a lot of injuries were going to come to play, and they were not good, and they were possibly going to take a huge step back. And I was right about it. Jaden Daniels has gotten hurt 3 or 4 times already this year. Zach Ertz may have suffered a career-ending ACL injury.
Drew, SB, I have to tell you, the only reason why I didn't see that amazing super chat is because I had eye surgery on my right eye yesterday. I cannot thank you enough on behalf of everyone involved in this channel, on behalf of Drew and even Vince, who's now my co-host at his studio. We thank you so much for that amazing Christmas spirit, and you've blessed us today. Thank you so much to SB in the chat. We appreciate you. Drew, $100 super chat. Oh,
damn.
Wow. That Christmas love. Wow, thank you so much.
I'm going with the Giants. Now, and I'm going to do you one better. I'm going to take the -2.5.
You going with the Giants?
Yeah, -2.5.
I mean, Jackson Dart is starting to fill into the role here as a star rookie quarterback. I'm feeling the Giants. I was feeling the Giants. They came close. They beat you guys once this year, didn't they?
Yeah.
And they had some really close overtime games that they lost. Speaking of Scatabo, Scooby-Doo, he's been streaming on Twitch, Drew, and I see the highlights on Twitter all the time on X, and he's a fun, crazy guy, man. He's looking like he's recovering really quickly. But there was a controversy about NFL players the other day. That star football player said that $100 million contract wasn't shit and that he was broke and that they don't pay football players enough. And people online were like, they were revolting against him, right? Because how do you blow $100 million contract? How are you so dumb? And you know what Scatibo said, man? Scatibo said everything he wears is fake. He ain't spending his money on dumb shit. I like that, man. He's a rookie who had a great start in his rookie season. And he's basically letting everybody know, like Ocho Cinco did, I don't need to be buying these stupid ass fake chains. I'll just wear fake ones, man. He knows he's spending his money wisely. Anyways, I'm rolling with the Giants too as well. 702 Man Cave says, thank you so much. That Photoshop, what? Oh, Drew, when we get to your team, there is rumors going around, quarterback rumors, that perhaps Jalen Hurts may be on his way out and they could be looking at that other quarterback you guys have. But we'll get to that when we get to that game.
That's ridiculous.
All right, what do we got next on tap?
All right, so the Las Vegas Raiders at the Philadelphia Eagles, and let's go to that. The Eagles are a 11.5-point home favorite, and the over/under is 38.5. It could potentially be a snow game. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Be really majorly honest. I watched that game again, and I was looking at it and everything. And 2 of those picks were on Jalen. 2 of those picks were on the receivers of drop passes that turned into interceptions. So only 2 of them were his fault. The last one, I believe, of the game in overtime was his fault.
I say that every time Purdy throws one. I'm like, damn.
And I look at it. I blame the coaches, and I'm going to tell you why I blame the coaches. Your quarterback is struggling. Why do you continue to have him throw the ball? You had a running game going on the left side. Saquon had 120 yards. He broke a 52-yard touchdown one. And you were being creative. in the first. Then you went away from it. You went back to the same old bullshit. And this is what I'm talking about. The coaching, the offensive play calling, his philosophy is retarded.
If anybody should go, you're saying it's the coordinator, the offensive coordinator?
Yeah. If your quarterback is struggling, and you're in a close game, do not have him throw the ball that much. Get the pressure off him. Run the goddamn fucking ball.
I agree with you, Drew, because, the 49ers, my team, they operate on that, on the whole run game. I mean, even if it means Christian McCaffrey gets worked like a dog until he snaps or gets injured. I mean, but you got such a gifted athlete in Saquon Barkley. I 100% agree with you. There's no conceivable way that the Raiders, who are in position to snatch up the first draft pick and potentially get this, this quarterback that everybody's raving about, Mexican-American quarterback, man, that everybody's raving about. There's no way they better just throw every game.
I'm telling you this right now. I'm going to take the 11.5 with the Eagles. I would take the minus 11.5. I think the Eagles have the Cowboys on their backs now. They have to win. They have to win 3 games.
That's a good thing. Good thing the Cowboys lost last week, because it was looking, if the Cowboys had won last week, I'd say you guys are in danger. I'm not sure there's any danger at this point. You're going to win this game. First, let me talk about this picture I posted up here. Raiders could be spending $50 million on fired coaches. They still owe Antonio Pierce $8 million, $10 million to Josh McDaniels, $10 million to John Gruden, who's, I think he's in some serious litigation with them still, right? Over the way he was fired. $16 million to Pete Carroll. If all he does is 1 year, they still owe him money. And $6 million to Chip Kelly. On the bright side for the Las Vegas Raiders, okay, something came out this week that the stadium where I live, I mean, I can't walk to it, but it's pretty damn close. Allegiant Stadium is the highest grossing stadium in terms of revenue in all of the NFL. In fact, in first place is Estadio GNP Seguros in Mexico City. That's shocking. Followed by number 2, but nonetheless, for the NFL, it's the Allegiant Stadium. Number 3 is MetLife Stadium, SoFi Stadium at number 4. That's impressive. That means it don't matter what the Raiders do. They're printing money at that stadium with, I don't know, Taylor Swift concerts, Metallica concerts, this and that.
Another issue is the offensive line on the right side. I think the interior offensive line has not played well at all this year for us. But they got to have everybody at least give it a little bit of hope that they turn it on, that they finally turn it on. They have to beat the Raiders by more than 10 points.
Agreed. Burr Eclipse. I F with that statement. I appreciate it. They say I'm a huge Lions fan, so I hope we give the Rams what's coming. I got faith. As injured as the Lions team is, man, they're winners. Jared Goff. Shout out to Jared Goff out of Marin Catholic High School in the Bay Area. The guy's a winner. He got a winner mentality, and he probably wants to prove something. So I look forward to an upset there. I need that. I need that upset. Who's next, Drew?
So the next game is the Jets at the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, here's the thing. Jaguars in the driver's seat in this division now. The only threat I see the Jaguars is the Houston Texans, because they're starting to turn it up a little bit.
Yeah.
They're starting to get healthy. Jacksonville is a 13.5-point favorite at home against the Jets. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to pick Jacksonville, but I'm going to take the money line because I don't think they're going to win by 13 points. I think this is still going to be I think Jacksonville might win by maybe no more than 10 points in this game. I think the Jets will give a violent effort. But I'm going with Jacksonville. I'll take the money line. And it gets one step closer to winning a division title.
Kevin in the chat says 100% worst organization in football. He's referring to the Raiders. Geno is a scrub now, but in Seattle with the same coach, production wasn't an issue. That graphic explains what the Raiders are about. In the chat, 702 Man Cape says the Raiders are trash. There was a time where we had a lot of Raiders fans in here. Thank you, SB, so much. That's right. If you're new to the channel, just checking it out, don't forget to hit that tap button. It helps our channel grow. And if you like the content, consider subscribing. All right, Drew, I didn't say my pick, but I can't see the Jets winning this game. You know, and for that matter, are the Jaguars going to have they secured a spot? Are they going to secure a spot?
They likely could, but I could see one of the wild cards being an AFC South team.
Well, the Texans, you mentioned the Texans, man. They are balling out now under CJ Stroud. They're kind of a red hot team. They have a fantastic defense. 8-5. The Jaguars aren't going to lose this weekend, but I don't think the Texans are either. But at some point, we should probably look at the strength of their schedule and see who they got up. Because like you said, maybe the Texans do take over this division, the AFC South.
Well, here's the thing. The next game is Arizona at the Houston Texans. Arizona has been getting their asses kicked lately. They're a 9.5-point underdog. Texans minus 550 on the money line. Here's the thing. I'm going to take that minus 9.5 with the Texans and it's minus 110. I really think that they're gonna win by at least 10 points. I think the Cardinals are waiting to be put out of the misery. It was good, it was good. Josh Sweat's having a career year in Arizona as they're starting DN after getting that huge contract with them and everything. But I think this Jonathan Ganey may be getting fired soon. So I'm picking the Houston. I'm going to take the 9.5, minus 9.5 at the minus 110. So I take that.
I'll take the Texans. Just a straight money line on that one, Drew. Who we got next?
Here's a hard one. Green Bay Packers at the Denver Broncos. Here's the thing. Broncos are beating a lot of teams by the skin of their teeth.
Yeah.
I gotta say that. They've been beating a lot of teams by the skin of their teeth.
They sure do, man.
But they are a home underdog by plus 110. They're a 2.5-point underdog at home. I'm going to take the plus 110 on the Broncos. I'm going to take that. That is a good pick. I really think that Jordan Love, over under 42.5, I'll be honest, I would take the plus 110 with the Broncos. Another popular thing I would probably take the under 42.5 too.
Do you think the Broncos are the most overrated team in the AFC?
Most overrated?
Yeah, you've mentioned it, man. They've all season long they've won games by one score. They've gone into overtime with lousy teams.
They blew the Cowboys out.
Yeah, crypto NFT hippie. He's not here today. Shout out to Ryan. But he always says don't sleep on the Packers, Drew, and they are. Jordan Love, I mean, he's playing really good. This is a good test to see if the Broncos are overrated.
I don't think the Packers is as good as they are.
I don't either. I'm not hating on Packers.
Here's the thing: their defense is pretty good, but you can still do shit against it. But their offense, I don't trust their offense. I realize the Eagles only gave up 7 points in Green Bay against them.
Drew, last week the Bears lost. They were in seed number 1. Their loss jumped the 49ers to the 6th seed. Bears fell back to the 7th seed. Bears win this weekend. Packers lose. Bears regain first place.
Yeah, and the Packers become the 7th seed.
Man, that's going to be wild for the NFC. I'm going to go with... Oh, man. I've been feeling the way Bo Nick's been playing all season. This is a hard one, man. I'm going with Bo Nix. Crazy how well they've done considering this is his second year in the NFL.
All right, we got the Rams. No, we got the Lions at the Rams. The Lions are a 6-point underdog, plus 195 on the money line. Rams are minus 238 on money line. If you take the -6 at the Rams, it's minus 110. The over-under is 54.5. They think this is going to be a shootout.
This is going to be a lot of offensive points, man. This is going to be a high-scoring game, back and forth. Yep.
I look at it like this. This is it. Like if the Lions was somewhat healthier on defense, this could probably be a better game than I think it would be now. I'm going with the Rams. I'm going to take the -6.5. I think they're going to win by more than 6. So I'm going to take the -6 with the Rams.
Matthew Stafford, 37 years old, is having an MVP season. Absolutely fantastic offensive team. I mean, he's got all the weapons. Puka if he doesn't have Puka, he's got Devontae catching the ball. They're a hard team to beat. I ain't going to lie. But, man, that Carolina Panthers game, I felt like it exposed them that at any moment towards the end of the season, I don't think they win all 4 games. They can't. In fact, I feel like it's possible the Rams might lose 2 of them. I think this could be the one. As bad as the Lions have been playing recently, I'm going with the underdog here. I'm going with the Detroit Lions this weekend.
All right, so
plus 195 underdog.
So next game is Carolina at New Orleans. Carolina can be in the driver's seat in the NFC South now. They win, they have the sole possession of first place.
That's crazy.
And with next week hosting Tampa Bay, have an opportunity to potentially go up 2 games. To put the pressure on Tampa, Tampa will have to win. If they go up 2 games, that means Tampa will have to win one of the final 2 games and everything. But Carolina is a road favorite, slightly at 2.5, -148 with the money line, -120 with the -2.5. Saints plus 124 money line, plus 100 with the plus 2.5. I'm going with the Panthers. I'm going to take the -2.5 on this. I think the Panthers. I think Bryce Young has solidified himself as the Panthers quarterback of the future. I think the Panthers are getting hot. I think the Panthers will separate themselves in this division and eventually win the NFC South.
It's happening now. They win this game on Sunday. They'll be 8-6 in the NFC South. They are a -148 favorite. I'm going with the money line on that one, Carolina Panthers. Drew, they don't think there'll be a lot of points on the board. The Saints don't typically put up a lot of points on the board. You think over 40 points or under 40 points?
I have a feeling that the Panthers might put up 30.
Yeah, and the Saints a measly 10? 9?
I don't know. The Saints are going to I think the Saints will make it competitive.
All right. Well, they'll most likely be over 40.5 points. What do we got next?
The Tennessee Titans at the San Francisco 49ers.
The Titans. I mean, they surprised everybody. I'm not dissing Shador. He had the best game of his professional career, and it wasn't enough. The Titans, Cam Ward. Is that the one you want to talk about? Cam Ward, is he the future of the Titans?
I'll be honest with you when it comes to the Titans. That's going to be a project. That's going to be at least a 4 or 5 year project because here's the thing. You need an offensive line to protect him.
Yes.
If you do not start drafting offensive linemen, that kid's going to be out of the league.
He only got sacked one time by the Browns, man. You know, everybody in the 49ers wish he had that Browns
but here's the thing.
pass rusher.
If you look at it like this, Cam Ward's only averaging passing yards per game. He's only averaging like 135 yards a game passing.
What's JJ McCarthy averaging? And he won last week.
Let's look at it like this. Let's go. Let's look at his stats right now. Cam Ward. Shit, where the fuck are you at? Okay.
While you look that up, by the way, the 49ers are a negative 950 favorite. You got to bet $950 to make $100. That's the biggest spread. Excuse me, the Seahawks are even bigger spread against the Colts this weekend.
His regular season stats for this season is 2,468 yards, 9 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. QBR is 30.9 versus 31st in the league. He's tied for 26 in touchdowns with 9. He hasn't thrown that many picks, which is good. Completion percentage is 59.1%. His let me see. Yeah, he hasn't really. And he's like 3 away from his projected total. He's only was projected to throw 12 touchdowns this year.
That's bad. That's bad. So
here's the thing. They only have thrown 9 passing touchdowns so far this year, the Titans offense. And that tells you he has no protection and anything. He Calvin Ridley on there. It's probably hard for the year, but you have no offensive line. And when you don't have an offensive line, you really can't do much for your quarterback. And that's why he is not. If I'm the Titans next year, I'm drafting an offensive line. I'm drafting an offensive line. I'm starting to get protection to people, trying to sign people that can protect this kid so we can properly develop him. He's going to have a new head coach next year, so he might have to learn a new system again. But maybe the system he'll learn, it might be that suits him better. But I think you need to have an offensive line to protect him so he can properly develop. I would take the Niners with the minus 108 with the minus 12.5.
Drew, this is the hottest division in all of football, and the 49ers are hosting my old hometown. Santa Clara. They're hosting the Super Bowl this year. There is a path to the number 1 seed, but it's very treacherous. It's very unlikely the 49ers will be the number 1 seed. The Rams, like I said, the Rams are heavy favorites against the Lions, but I think, one of these teams has got to lose. They cannot all win this weekend. Somebody here has got to lose. And if somebody here loses and the 49ers win, then we'll be tied in second place, and we get closer to that first seed. You think everybody up here wins this weekend?
I think if you look at it, let's say the next game, I guess you go with the Niners too, right, Dave?
Hell yeah.
So you got Indianapolis Colts at Seattle. You think the Colts are going into Seattle beating the Seattle Seahawks?
Shout out to Ian Wallace, Niner Gang, bang, bang. That's right.
Where the QB situation is all fucked up. They just signed 44. They just got 44-year-old Phillip Rivers out of retirement and everything. They're a 13.5 point underdog. Give me that minus 13.5 points with Seattle with the 120. Fuck it.
That is the biggest spread on DraftKings, guys. Negative 1,050 favorites for Seattle Seahawks. It ain't Seattle. And you're right. But the truth of it is we don't know if Phillip Rivers, who came off the couch, a high school coach, the only quarterback in the NFL to be a grandpa, he has not started this weekend. I do not know. We do not know. How do you get on board to play on Sunday other than just basically handing off to running backs? How's he going to learn this playbook in 3 days?
Well, he's already played on the same staking, so he knows the playbook.
He knows the playbook?
That's why they grabbed him. And then you got Cam Newton's like this. I felt disrespected. They didn't call me. Let me tell you something. Cam Newton, you're a fucking turnover machine. You're not even that. You were never even that good. Let me tell you something. I thought Cam Newton was one of the most overrated quarterbacks in the league.
This is must watch TV. If Sunday Philip Rivers, if he suits up and plays and starts, this is must watch TV. The first grandpa to play in the NFL, 10 children, and now a high school coach coming off the couch, man. He must be in pretty damn good shape, guys. In the chat, they say, no way the Seattle loses that. Mom Food, is great to see you. I have not seen you in a minute. I hope you're doing well. Guys, if you're looking for some fun, really fun content on YouTube, please support my homegirl, Mom Food Plant and Things. She does some great live streams, and you guys just click on her name and subscribe to her. I appreciate that. It's good, great to see you, Mom Food, and Merry Christmas to you.
So the Sunday night game, Minnesota Vikings at the Dallas Cowboys. Look at
Vikings went from scoring. JJ McCarthy went from scoring nothing to winning the game.
Like fucking, they're only a 5.5 point favorite. The Cowboys. I thought it would be more for some reason.
Where's our Cowboys fans?
I'm taking the 5.5 with the Cowboys. I don't trust J.J. McCarthy. I don't trust the Vikings defense to be able to hold Dallas's offense off and everything. I think the Vikings have a QB problem.
Of course they do. They made the biggest mistake ever, winning 14 games in this 2024 season, winning 14 games and giving up their quarterback to the Seattle Seahawks. They get J.J. McCarthy, who played. Have you seen his combine tape? Absolutely horrendous. Absolutely. They thought he was going to be something special. Just watch his combine tape. This guy's missing every pass to every wide receiver. The Vikings are better off reaching out to the San Francisco 49ers and asking them this at the end of this postseason, saying, we will take Mac Jones and we will give you, in exchange, Justin Jefferson and a first-round draft and a draft pick. For real. I mean, they should give Justin Jefferson away. They should trade us Justin Jefferson. Or the 49ers might need to sweeten the deal. But either way, Justin Jefferson doesn't want to play for the Vikings anymore. He's not happy there. We'd be glad to take him off your hands. And you can have Mac Jones. 49ers, by the way, they had a Latino quarterback, Drew. They had Adrian Martinez, I believe. He only got one snap so far this season. He was on the practice squad, suited up, I believe, under Mac Jones to play. They canned him because they have faith in this quarterback from Indiana, Rourke. So Rourke was activated this week, and they think that Rourke is going to be the future as the top backup quarterback for the 49ers next season. So we got rid of Adrian Martinez, and the Jets picked him up. Jets picked him up immediately. Immediately, the Jets. So shout out to Adrian Martinez from the 49ers to the Jets yesterday. So that's every last game. Drew, let me just say this about the Cowboys, man. They're scrappy. Are they statistically out?
The Cowboys, they can ill afford to lose anymore.
They got to win out.
And they got to win out. They got to win out, and the Eagles got to lose 3.
That ain't happening.
If the Eagles win 3 games, the Eagles win the division.
All right.
For some reason, Sup is telling me that Sup is going to lit a fire under this Eagles team's asses, and they're finally going to come up, and they're going to start beating the shit out of people, and they're going to be turned into the team that nobody wants to play.
So the next 4 games for the Cowboys, I think they win. I'm going with the Cowboys this weekend. They're going to have a hard time with the Chargers. That's a hard game. That's not no easy game. That's an upset if they get past the Chargers. And then I think they're fully capable of beating not only the Commanders, but the Giants. They need to win every game, though. And somebody's got to fall apart. 7th seed right now is the Bears. Shout out to Fonzie. I appreciate you being here today, guys. Had a great time hanging out with Fonzie last Sunday here in Las Vegas, and we'll do it again, man. We'll do it again. Let me take this Philip Rivers. Was that all the games, or we still got Monday Night Football?
We got
that was
Miami at Pittsburgh. And they're not even that much of an underdog. They're a 3-point road underdog, plus 142, minus 170 for Pittsburgh on the money line. I'm going to take the minus 112 with Steelers.
Aaron Rodgers. How old is Aaron Rodgers? Is he 40?
41, 42.
Man, good for Aaron Rodgers, man. Came out of the Bay Area, came out of UC Berkeley, grew up in Chico, California, still playing. Rivers must be very inspired by Aaron Rodgers. They're favored, man. I'm going to go with the Steelers, too. Going with the Steelers. Shout out to Rescue IV, or number 4, Bears, LOL. Caleb Williams is overrated. Paul says Miami. All right. Man. How are the Dolphins doing, Drew? How's Tua doing?
They're 5-7.
Yeah. I'm going with the Steelers. Every team is playing this weekend. Just 4 games left to go. Should we do the Thursday one? That's technically not week 15.
Nah. Well, that's probably all the games.
Well, it is technically, isn't it? Part of week 15? Well, we're going to be live next Thursday. LA Rams versus Seahawks. Wow. It could be, if both the Seahawks and the Rams win this weekend, it's going to be a battle for first place.
I look at it like this. Let's see.
Razor thin margin.
Here's the issue with the Rams. They could go with division record, and then after that, they'll go with conference record. Now, if they don't have a better division record than Seattle and San Fran, they ain't going to win the tiebreaker. Now, if they have the same record, it goes to conference record. The Rams' conference record is 4-3. San Fran's 8-2.
Interesting.
Seattle has a better conference record than the Rams. The Rams, to be comfortable, will have to try to win out.
Wow, what a great... We got Paul going Seahawks, man. I'm not even going to wager on this one yet. I'll give you guys my pick next Thursday. That'll be the battle for the NFC first place, man. That's really, really exciting, Drew. I appreciate everybody that was here today, Drew. What are your final thoughts on NFL Week 15?
I think you're going to see who is in the driver's seats to win in the division. You'll probably will see the teams that will probably be likely gone.
All right. Really quickly, Drew, I forgot to mention this weekend, if you're a fan of boxing, there's going to be boxing this weekend, Drew, from Stockton, California. I just wanted to give a shout out to the Stockton card because Stockton, California has been going through a really tough time. They need something great. Diego Pacheco is the top of the card, 168-pound contender Diego Pacheco, but Gabe Flores, the hometown hero of Stockton, California, is in for a very hard fight against the UK's Cordina, former champion Cordina. This is for the WBO mandatory 135-pound position. The winner of this fight will be the mandatory for the new champion, Abdullah Mason. Shoot. Man, that's a great opportunity. Not only that, who else is fighting this weekend? Let me quickly... Cruiserweight champion, 42 years old. We talked about 42-year-old boxers. Shout out to all the 40-year-old professional athletes. Badu Jack, 42, Cruiserweight champion. Fights this weekend. Good luck finding it. I have no clue where to watch this. But he's fighting Noel Mikhailian this weekend for the Cruiserweight title championship. Personally, Drew, I think if David Benavidez beats Zurdo Ramirez right here in Las Vegas in May 2nd, Cinco de Mayo weekend, I think he needs to hit up Badu Jack and unify those titles.
Probably.
Anything else, Drew? Man, I appreciate everybody that was here. We'll be back on the air Monday night for the regular scheduled Shoe Shine. Until then, everyone have a blessed weekend. Again, thank you to everyone in the chat, especially SB, who dropped so much love with that $100 super chat. Merry Christmas to you. We appreciate that so much. Drew, I'll see you on Monday.
See ya.
Peace.